It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves a rematch of last year's NFC title game. It's the Rams and the Niners, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gutton. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Ray McLeod to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. San Francisco ready for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
People thought Jimmy Garoppolo was only going to be a one-year placeholder in San Francisco when the team took Trey Lance 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But then he led the 6th-seeded 49ers to the NFC title game just 2 years after taking them to within 1/4 of a Super Bowl victory.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forced the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and a man in charge of it in his 2nd season with the team, 14th overall, and what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, he just called him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on second down, Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. So the completion good for just 3. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense don't pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on a carry there. It'll be second down. Well, defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 41, Stafford over the middle and complete to the tight end Higbee. And this will move the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Stafford to Higbee there, Rams first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his men to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for Los Angeles first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on first down with Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They did get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The 6 yards on the pickup and leaves with a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here, and it puts it in the end zone.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Kendall Blanton. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the play. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he fires one. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in a game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going right back to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They had 3 tight ends in out formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force. and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Davis Price on 1st and 10. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. The tackle there by George Odom.
That kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin to drive.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the 50, Stafford. That would complete to Skoranek. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've seen quite a bit of short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And he's going to be stopped up about the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, pick up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw. This is caught by Robinson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, this one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
After 4 years each in Jacksonville and Chicago, Allen Robinson made a big jump by joining the reigning champs. Hoping to shake off career lows from last season, get back to being a catch machine. Here's a catch for him there and a 1st down pickup.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. McLeod now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Ty Davis-Price and the San Francisco offense headed back out.
And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Gets it out wide to Davis-Price.
And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assigned football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Garoppolo now. Completes it to Jennings. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give to Davis-Price up the middle here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Defensively, he's been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara. And then again, 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. For the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot, maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down, here's Davis-Price. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Delay of game, option.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught by Jennings. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
Robbie Dolan on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3rd drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully, the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The football going back to the Rams now. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Robinson's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to count for the passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down at Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll get it down at about the 37, well short of first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And again, knocks this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the made field goal, Gabe back out there to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Garoppolo on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Garoppolo. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's showtime, baby. Let's focus in on what we got to do.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Davis Price. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Garoppolo again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First down, Rams.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball at a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Stafford now to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price. Shows off the quick feed as he takes this one up to the 20. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. This pass to Jennings, he makes the catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try to use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondaries. They dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first downs. They were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to pick up some ground, and they did.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in the quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Davis Price up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Stafford. That would complete to Skoranek. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Stafford on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 12. To give, this is Akers. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Fourth down, and we go from one net to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 2nd and 7. Read option. Here's Davis Price. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Roughing the tackle, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, and again, it's Davis Price. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He starts with a give to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 2nd and 7. Stafford, open man right side is cut complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Stafford on 3rd down. And able to find Higby. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He had a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, 56 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and depth of play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Davis Price.
They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. In this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
4 yards a gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerron Jones
touchdown grab. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Allen Robinson of the Rams with the football once again. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and 2, Stafford. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Going right back to Akers. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Stafford to cut there for a Rams first down.
First down, Rams.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now a run with Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll go again here with Akers. Down right around the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, look at the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So the LA Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.